Let's go to some stock picks. Victor, you're going with Bidvest. And I got to say, the results came out. I thought the market was maybe overly harsh on the results, or maybe not quite understanding strategy of management there. Your thesis for Bidvest?
Yeah, I think it goes with what's been one of the themes in the market this year, that SA Inc. stocks have been among the weakest performers on the market this year. And so one of the most unloved is Bidvest. If I look at the Bidvest stock price relative to the stock market since it split from Bidcore, Bidvest at the moment in that chart is trading at its lowest level since 2016. And if you look at other multiples, it's trading on a P of about 12 compared to its historic median of about 15. And in terms of dividend yield, it's trading on dividend yield just over 4 compared to what's typical for Bidvest, about a 3% level. So evaluation, it's really attractive. Looking at the business, we know Bidvest is well diversified.
Yeah.
It is a pretty resilient business, really good management with strong capital discipline. Unfortunately, it's exposed to the really weak South African environment. But it has opportunities to make acquisitions outside of South Africa in hygiene and facilities management. So over time, as they bolt on those acquisitions, we should see earnings shift gradually over to higher growth markets. So I like Bidvest prospects going forward, and it looks attractive.
It does, and that debt, which some are worried about, I think will melt away over the next 2, 3, 5 years. Chantal, you're going with Birkenstock. I don't know if it's plural or not.
It's plural if you've got 2 on, but the company itself is called Birkenstock, and a lot of investors or would-be investors will say, well, they sell sandals. I mean, what's so interesting about sandals? But Birkenstock in particular is almost like an anti-status symbol, and that in itself has made it a status symbol. Very much focused on function over form. Once you own and love a pair of Birkies, you wear it for 10 years and you wouldn't want to wear another sandal again. And it's almost become like a bit of a fashion statement as well to wear Birkenstocks from a casual wear perspective. A lot of collabs also with the biggest fashion houses in Europe and the US. So it really isn't just a sandal. There's a lot of white space still for Birkenstock. So they're quite big in Europe and the US, but a lot of avenues for growth in terms of Asia, the Asia Pacific market specifically, as well as the rest of the world. They only have 70 retail stores globally.
Wow.
So I think that there's still a lot of scope for growth there. Revenue over the last 3 years has grown by about 20% a year. It's expected to grow in the high teens over the next 3 or 4 years as well. They came out of private equity, which means the business was loaded with debt and return on investor capital was very low, but they're very cash generative. So paying that debt down very quickly, and I think we can see a really clear path to them having an ROIC or return on invested capital that way exceeds their cost of capital over the next 3 years.
I must tell you, my very fashion conscious teenage niece told me that if I wore those, I wasn't allowed to buy her ice cream, which shows how much she disliked them. I know. But that's all for Stockwatch today. Thanks to our guests, Chantal Marx, FNB Wealth Investments, going with Birkenstock, Victor Seanie from Benguela Global Fund Managers with Bidvest. Up next, the close.
Stockwatch is brought to you by Merchant West. Where others stop, we push further. Because we believe business as usual doesn't lead anywhere new. Go beyond with Merchant West. Finance, invest, insure.